I just go. But every time I see the yellow light, I go to sleep. And so when I woke up yesterday, I told myself that in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to try and find me a rope. Why did I try and find the rope? No one knows why I tried to find the rope. But I do know who tried to find the rope. I found the rope, and I hung myself from the ground. And I died, and now I'm back. Because I remembered I had to walk my apartment building and tell my landlord that I work here. Because I don't work here, I work tomorrow morning, afternoon. And Jesus Christ told me to go to church yesterday. But I told him yesterday was not a good day for me. Because yesterday wasn't a day at all. Yesterday was a room.
I bus to church because I realized there was a lot of noise. But when I listened to the noise and I kind of tuned in, I realized it was boring. So could I get off?
Teacher told me I was special needs, but I told her she was needs special. So I asked her about a Happy Meal, and she told me no. And I asked her why, and she said because this is McDarrow's. And I told her McDarrow's has everything: special kids, special houses, special animals. And now I bought a pet pig. Once I got my pet pig, I told my pig, pretty soon we're going to need bacon. So I bought a goat, and I skinned it, and we had bacon.
One day I made some frosted eggs, but then I realized they were crisping crackers. So then I just gave them to my teacher. Instead of putting an apple on our desk, she put a lemon on my face. And I don't know why, but that lemon was kind of burnt. So I gave it back. Her pussy smelled like sour grapes.
One time I also seen a vagina, but a Gina Vina, I told myself I would never ever walk into a screen door again. Because I live in no place. I look at the trees and I think about the ground. But I also love boulders, because rocks are where it is to be found. Greatest poem I ever heard.
The greatest poem I've ever heard is The Little Boy Pink. He was always wearing pink but never enough blue. And when he went outside, he realized that there were a lot of rainbows. He went inside of one of the rainbows and guess what he saw? He saw nothing. Then he turned around and he seen some water. He took a sip from that fountain and he realized that it was juice. It was red juice. Not the kind of juice that comes in a carton, but the juice that you find in the middle of the road. And then he decided, maybe I can just go stand in the middle of the street and the cars won't hit me. They'll just go right around me. But then he realized it was a roundabout. That's why they were going around him. He didn't realize that if he stood in a straight street, he was going to get knocked onto the left side, even though he was walking on the left, not the right. But then he realized, like, if you turn around, the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's black, not green. It's blue. The end.
Smart. One day, I landed on a mosquito. I tried to suck its blood. The mosquito smacked me, and I ran away. I went home. I jumped out the window, and then I climbed back into the window, and I jumped back in the window, and jumped right back out of it. Because I remembered. And get gas for my scooter. And my scooter ran on semi-fluids. Semi-fluids are great for people. I lit a candle, and my hamsters came and told me no, and put me in my cage and left me there for the rest of the day.
One day I was in the hospital. I just got hit by a bus. And then they gave me a wheelchair. But then I realized my wheelchair ran out of gas. It wouldn't move. I didn't know what to do. My legs were broken and my arms fell off. Therefore, my doctors had to help me around my house. But they couldn't find me because I was always under my bed, crying myself to sleep. And all I had was my sperm to live off of. But instead, I just gave it back to my teachers. I gave everything I owned back to my teachers because they didn't teach me shit.
This morning, I talked to myself in the mirror. I asked myself, is Tezo a man or is Tezo he? Then I remembered. It was raining food outside. So I went outside with a fork. And I remembered that it wasn't raining food. It was raining shit droplets. And it was raining food in the house. And I went to the stove and I asked the stove, make me a steak. The steak replied back. And I got very upset. So I blew the house up. Then I went to my room and I went to bed.
I had a dream just like that. It was called